I take care of my kids daily. I probably give them over 700, including helping their moms.
Ma'am, the state has calculated child support at $733. Are you in agreement or disagreement with that amount?
I have a question.
We're done.
The parties agree to establish Mr. Nall as the father of Samaria. There is an acknowledgement of paternity for the other child, Jaden, in this case. The parties agree to joint managing conservatorship with the mother to designate the primary address to Dallas or contiguous counties. Parties agree to a standard possession order. Parties have stipulated that the father's gross monthly income is $3,813 based on $22 an hour, working 40 hours a week, and no other children. Parties have stipulated to that. Parties have stipulated that there not be a family violence or a non-disclosure requested on this case. Those are the total of the agreements. I do believe there's an issue with child support and medical support being set. I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Jessica Roa.
And ma'am, what are the ages of the children in this case?
16 and 7.
Ma'am, did you hear the agreed portions I read into the record earlier?
I did.
And ma'am, are those still your agreements?
Yes.
And ma'am, what type of insurance do the children have right now?
The kids do not have insurance at the moment.
Okay, what insurance have they had in the past?
I believe it was a mayor group.
Was that paid through the government?
Yes.
What type of insurance should the children have in the future?
Not quite sure yet, but me and their dad had spoken about it, so he was gonna put them on his insurance. I know there's like a process or something.
How much would it cost a week or a month to have the children on insurance?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll ask him. And are you exercising a 50-50 visitation schedule right now?
We don't exercise a visitation. We just kind of let the girls go over there whenever they're ready.
Okay. How many days do they spend at their father's house?
Normally the weekends.
Would you be in, you have already agreed to a standard possession order. Just give me 1 second, Your Honor. I'm having the state calculate child support. I'll call the father and I'll ask to recall the mom on the narrow issue of child support in a moment. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Byron Nall.
And sir, did you hear the announcements that I read earlier into the record?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes.
And sir, you have private insurance available through your job?
Yes.
How much does it cost?
I believe if I add them on, it's gonna be like 100 a week. They take out all three.
And is it your desire to add your children to the insurance?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I can have a moment to calculate child support for this case.
Okay.
Sir, would you be in agreement to pay child support at $733 per month?
Do I agree with it?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay. And you understand that we calculated child support at $733, giving you credit for carrying the private insurance. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, what is the reason that you don't agree with this court ordering child support today?
Because I take care of my kids daily. I probably give them over 700 for child support, including helping their mom. So I feel like it's not a fair number.
Do you think we miscalculated child support, or is it because you just don't you provide support already?
Yeah, because I provide already.
All right. I pass this witness and I recall the mother. Ma'am, The state has calculated child support at $733. Are you in agreement or disagreement with that amount?
I disagree.
Can you tell the judge why?
Because we already have, because he does help. He does help. He does provide. We've already come up with an agreement, so you know, it was just kind of a misunderstanding, and we got it together.
Okay, besides the father currently providing you direct support, is there any other reason you disagree with the state's calculation of $733?
No,
I pass this witness.
Right, Ms.
And
Rowe,
I
you say you
rest.
have an agreement. What is the amount that he's paying you on a monthly basis?
$350. And then when the girls, you know, need something, he's there. If we happen to need groceries or the girls need necessities or something like that, then he, you know, he'll bring it right away.
How much is that up to?
Probably just about 700, maybe more.
So why don't we just formalize it at 700 then?
I don't need the state. I don't need it.
You do need the state. You've needed the state because you've had the child on government medical, and you're trying real hard here to, which is why I guess the children here are on a really dangerous situation right now, where you've not enrolled the child on Medicaid. Mr. Nall hasn't put the child on insurance because y'all are so eager to not do child support. We're gonna do a child support order today. I need to set it at an appropriate amount. And that y'all are gonna have to live with it one way or the other. If Mr. Nall is gonna carry insurance, that's fine. We'll put that in the court order. That will make his employer enroll the child on his insurance. And if he doesn't, and you get back on Medicaid, then we'll be back here again to modify the order so he can pay the state for the medical. We're not here to play games. We'd like to get this done the first time. I'm not setting it at zero. If he's already agreed to pay you $700 a month, then that's the amount. I think it sounds right. Is there some reason why I shouldn't set it at $700 a month?
I don't agree with it.
Okay. But that's what he's been paying you monthly.
He's been paying me 300 about, he's been helping me out with groceries and necessities. So
Which add up to about 700 a month.
yes,
Okay, all right, so we're establishing paternity, we're making a finding, there's been no family violence, standard visitation. Non-disclosure is not requested, there's no request for retroactive or back child support. Mr. Nall is gonna carry private insurance, you have 30 days, Mr. Nall, from this order to provide proof of insurance to the Attorney General's office. They will send something out to your employer to make you enroll, but you still have to send them notice about that you enrolled the child, like an insurance card. Child support is set at $700 a month, and that payment has to be paid through the child support office. It cannot be paid directly to Ms. Roa. You will not get credit for any payments you pay her directly or anything that you purchase and give to her. You will not get credit for that. If you would like to not be in court, make your payments to the child support office. They will send out a withholding order to your employer to take it out of your check, depending on how you're paid weekly or bi-weekly, and those payments must be paid there. If you do not make payments the way you're supposed to, we'll be back in court very soon, and the Attorney General's office may be asking for you to go to jail. We don't want to do all that. If you don't want to be here in court, do it the way you're supposed to do. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
I have a question.
We're done.
Well, why I gotta pay child support? We already,
Yeah.
Excuse me just a moment. So, sir, you're telling the court that you're doing all this child needs for support, and yet you're depending on the government and taxpayers to pay your child's insurance. Is that right?